Hello everyone and welcome to Talking Amateurs, local footy SA's place for your amateur footy fix on the internet. I'm Kym Morgan from Messenger Community News. Joining me as they do every week are Gordon Armstrong, also from Messenger Community News, and Peter Thatcher from RPH. How are we, gentlemen?
Good, thanks, Kym. Thanks very much for that.
Thank you, Kym. We're going well.
Don't think we can start the program without talking about the big result over the weekend, and that, Gordo, was Henley's 11-goal win over the Goody Saints. Did you see that coming?
I saw it coming at 5 o'clock, but I didn't see it coming at 2 o'clock. But the Henley Sharks were just way too good from go to way. Saints were never in the game, apart from probably 5 minutes into the tail end of the first quarter, but Henley way too good. In
other results, Pete, I mean, there were some interesting results. Tea Tree Gully looked to be in a bit of trouble. To me, they were a side we thought would be around the mark this year. My question for you is, obviously Salisbury North are going great guns, 5-0. Henley are going great guns. We know Goodwood will be there, but is there a fourth or fifth side there that can challenge, or have we got a 3-horse race opening up already?
Look, probably not quite. I think that Gazer had a very, very good result on the weekend, and they just seem to be, making a little bit of a charge at things. And also Shocks, I think, just had a very, very difficult draw, and will also be competitive as the season wears on. But I also have been very, very surprised at Tea Tree Gully and their demise. They don't seem to have recovered from that first quarter bombshell they took from Salisbury North a few weeks ago. And admittedly, they've had a reasonably tough draw in those 2 weeks, but I would have thought they would have bounced back last week against Gazer, and so very disappointing at the moment, and they need to get their season back on track very quickly.
All right, looking through all of our results and then the ladder, unless you had something to add, Gordon?
No, I wasn't going to say much because I only got 2 out of 5 again, so I'm keeping very, very quiet this week.
Keep a low profile.
Thank you, low profile.
We just mentioned Gaza, big winners over Tea Tree Gully by 53 points. Henley, a 68-point win over Goodwood Saints. Broadview going down to Sacred Heart by 32 points, 2 in a row for the Shocks. Salisbury North continue on their merry way. They're 5-0. They beat Payneham Norwood Union by 70 points. And unfortunately, boys, Payneham Norwood Union zip and 5 in their first shot in the big league. And in the final result, Jeps Cross certainly appear to be getting some form going. They had a very comfortable win over Port Districts.
Yeah, looking towards this week's round of matches, Kym, first off, Sacred Heart and Jeps Cross. And Jeps Cross, very good performance last week against what I thought was a very disappointing Port Districts. Disappointing in the sense that I tipped Port Districts, and that's cost me a tip. But Sacred Heart, we've spoken about it. We think that they're probably a little bit better than what their place on the ladder suggests. Difficult start to the season. I think they're on a nice roll now, and would expect them to get up over Jeps Cross at the weekend. Yeah,
this should be a fabulous game because the matches at Thebarton Oval are a rare neutral ground for both sides. Sacred Heart, I think it's a big round too, Thebarton Ovals, so I think Shocks finally want to get on board because I've missed out all year, but I'm going to go for Shocks this week.
I'll go for Jeps Cross, I think it'll be a close game. Yeah, look, Jeps Cross pretty impressive on the weekend, getting some form going. Match of the round, undoubtedly our next one. Salisbury North on fire, but they come up against the acid test Goody at Goodwood. Yeah,
look, no doubt this is the game of the round, Kym, and I would really expect Goodwood Saints to bounce back after that performance last week. I know Salisbury North are the form team of the competition, but I'm going to stick with Goodwood Saints because I think that they're far too good a team to put out 2 performances like that in a row, Gordo.
I agree with that, but I'm going to go for Salisbury North. There's a few holes in the Saints' defence, I thought, last week for the first time for a long time. I think the Hawks will be pretty hungry for a big scalp, and I reckon this might be the one.
Beware the Saints scorned. I'll go for Goodwood at home. Payneham Norwood Union v Henley. Hard to make a case for the Payneham Norwood Union, the Falcons.
Very, very difficult to make a case for PNU, as we said last week against Salisbury North. So sticking with Henley on that match.
I agree.
PNU would need to start, look, with all due respect, on Friday morning, but I think the Sharks by about 8 goals, 10 goals.
Loser of our next match is in real trouble. Port Districts v Tea Tree Gully.
Can't see Tea Tree Gully going on as they are. I think they will get their season back on track. As I said, Port District's very disappointing last week. Tea Tree Gully for mine.
Yeah, I agree, Tea Tree Gully. Give them one more shot, but if they lose this, they are in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, it's a tough one to pick because Port District hasn't won a game at home yet, so they're due. The Gullies, I can't see them losing 4 in a row. One more chance for the Gullies, and then Saxville.
Okay, I agree with that. Yep. Now, in a northern sort of derby, 2 traditional powerhouses, Gazer and Broadview, should be a great match, Pete.
Yeah, I think so. Gazer in good form, and I think now pushing up and will be one of those teams that we talked about earlier that will be competitive with the other top 3. Gazer for mine.
Gazer for mine?
Yeah, Gazer for mine as well. Gazer hasn't won a game at home, and I think this is about time they stood up 3 good wins away from home, 2 ordinary efforts at home. Gazer to win by about 3 goals.
All right, there are your winners, folks. Thanks again.